Alright, I think I'm what you call a keyboard warrior. I'm much more vocal
Jack,
person on
you're
social
in the
media.
way.
And everyone can be missed.
You're in a way, bud.
Alright, so first, we've got Yal up there on the board, so I just wanted to cover a couple things. I recently became the state chair for the northeast corner of
Closer to your mouth.
Oklahoma.
Closer to your mouth.
And I don't know if any of you know Justice Chandler. He's down in Moore for Yale. But so our top priorities from Young Americans for Liberty is property tax repeal. I know we're working on, let's see here, this is tiny. We're working on a lot of legislative defense. So Representative Hildebrandt, a couple others, we want to kind of double down and protect them from anyone coming in to take their seats. There's a couple seats we're attacking, going after. We know Senator Seyfried is so loved. And she actually, one of our fights right now is campus meal plans. Right now, like at RSU in Claremore, students have to pay $2,000 extra for meal plans. And this is like the worst cafeteria food ever. And they pay $2,000. And this doesn't matter if you don't live on campus, if you have dietary restrictions, it doesn't matter. You're forced to pay the $2,000. And so right now we're working on getting that to be optional. We had written a bill, I think it was last session, but Senator Seyfried killed that, her committee of 6 people. So she's one of our targets, as well as political targets. Thank you.
Is that per semester?
Yes, per semester.
So
$2,000
for a year,
per semester.
$4,000.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're allergic to the food or if you want to use the kitchenettes they give you and cook and be healthy, and you're forced to pay it. So that's our number one fight. I'm chomping at the bit to get the campus carry. And in South Dakota, Yale, it's a national organization, so they got campus carry passed up there in like a year. Yes, and so I feel like Oklahoma's behind in that, so that's going to be one of our primary focuses. Yale believes in more of the confrontational model of politics, so it's more up my alley. I think, frankly, Jack was talking about why young people aren't involved as much, and I think that we all know that the New World Order's goal is to eliminate the middle class, don't we? And I think we're all mostly the middle class. And they're making it to where we don't have a lot of time to get involved in politics. So I like the incrementalist method. I respect everyone who does it. Everyone who has time to go to the Capitol all the time. But I think that young people see that and they're just like, what can we do? And so I'm trying really hard to just show them, remind them of the legacy and why we even care about politics to begin with. And so becoming a state chair has been nice with Yale because Yale is nonpartisan. So I'm able to talk to, students who believe in socialist ideals. I mean, we work with everyone on bills. It doesn't matter who they are. So that opens up my doorway and my reach to a lot more people that are like, oh, the Republicans, I'm still a Republican, but it just opens up a lot of doorways that otherwise I wouldn't be having these conversations. And it's been nice to see, we all know after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, people are much more willing to have conversations. And I think it was a rude awakening for a lot of people, but I'm over here like, what else is going to have to happen for people to really start and do something about it, take ownership? But I was looking up the numbers, and in 2016, it cost a couple, just a young couple, to live comfortably, $60,000 to live comfortably. In 2025, Google told me, I Googled this right before I left, so I don't know how accurate it is, but it went from $60,000 in 2016 to either $100,000 to $200,000 for a young couple to live comfortably. So I think young people see the old model of politics and incrementalism and access politics, and they just don't see the point in getting involved. So I think the confrontational model is a lot more attractive to the younger generation. I think both have a purpose, and I think we need to work together. But I think it'll help a lot marketing it to younger people because they just see the Republicans. And frankly, I don't know how to convince them that the Republican Party's not a bunch of liars, because to me, paying that much more money to live comfortably is not the golden age of America. We're tired of hearing that, really. And I'm struggling to convince them that it's worth fighting for. So that's where that's where we're at. But our primary focuses are the meal plan, campus carry, defending our good legislators, protecting them because we know that the swamp's gonna come after them, the Oklahoma swamp, and then just getting the ones out, and the pro tem race, we're really watching that, and we want to start holding them accountable for who they voted for. So, that's about it.
What else do you do besides YAL?
YAL, besides YAL, oh, I am the director of youth outreach for the OK2A. I forgot that. But kind of riding two horses right now. But yeah, so in that, YAL has helped me pull a lot more people in than just the Republicans. So it's been beneficial.
So,
Yeah.
so let me ask you this question. So the United States has roughly 300 million people here, right? Probably 100 million of them work, roughly, right? So we bring in 20 million people of working age in the United States, right? Do you feel like that has, basically decreased wages and increased the cost of living? I mean, think about 20 million people who will work cheaper. You see what I'm saying? They will work a lot cheaper than the average American. They'll live in substandard housing, things like that. Those 20 million, that's 1/5 of the working population, right? So now wages go down, but the demand for houses, utilities, food goes up because there's more people.
I think there's a truth to that. I saw, like with SIT, with this aluminum smelter plant they were making prior, I was talking to people that actually live there, and they are saying, I don't know why he's putting in more jobs, because there is tons of jobs open in this community that nobody's filling. And so that whole bulk, it's just nonsense that they said that we need more jobs, because there's jobs open everywhere, everyone's hiring. And the thing is, those jobs, you can't make ends meet with those jobs.
No.
And then we have the good, conservative, younger generation, and we're out here working 2 and 3 and 4 jobs just to pay. And so by the time you get done with that, and you take yourself to church, and then you have a little free time, it's like, they're like, why would we do politics? And so you have to remind them, the legacy. That's what we're all about, right? But we're looking at it, and I'm like, I really just want to get married and have kids, and so I'm gonna work my butt off and save money and get it while I can, because we all know that they're implementing a global tracking system, and we know we're moving progressively towards the New World Order. I think it's really funny that you can speak out about any country but Israel, and now they're trying to pass a bill to get your passports taken, and nothing against Israel, but that doesn't sound like the golden age of America to me. That sounds like a dictatorship.
But you look at every Western democracy or republic, whatever you want to call it, they're being inundated with people, right? And it seems like that's kind of like a plan. Like the fact of the matter is, England's being overrun, Germany's being overrun. Germany legalized a whole bunch of illegal citizens just so the far right wouldn't win an election. It takes 10 years to get German citizenship. They legalized a ton of immigrants from Turkey and Syria just so the far right wouldn't win an election. So it almost looks like this is a plan to kill off the culture, the culture that we have, and to sort of replace it.
Well, in the New World Order, they don't want a middle class. They want the elite, and they want robots. And then if you have culture, you have individuality, and you have independence.
Yeah. And it seems like it pushes slavery. So, like, we don't call it slavery now. We give you this paper stuff we call money, but it's only just enough for you to get by.
If you notice, everything is subscription-based now. Everything.
Yep.
So, I don't know, I think that's kind of off topic, but I was thinking about that because we were looking up population density the other night. And, the world being overpopulated is such a myth, and the fact that we're developing in hot areas like Owasso. I just moved to BA. It took me 45 minutes to get home tonight. There's so much underutilized land that we could spread everybody out. I can't remember what the math was. I remember Trent Luce talked about this at the South Tulsa Republican Women's Club. We have so much space, and it's just like the global warming hoax. They're buying into the population density. People can't afford to have children anymore. It's all falling right into line. And they knew, by keeping Trump from winning in 2020, the only way that they would get conservatives to be on board with issuing in this global surveillance system is to force him to lose in 2020. That was all part of the plan. So that we would win in a landslide now, because he's the one bringing it all in. It's not a Democrat.
Yeah.
And so we're just lapping it up. So, and I think the younger generation sees that, and they're sick of it, and they don't want any part of it. It's just where we're at. So, my job is to try and figure out the pain points and explain to them that politics is still important. Working on it. That's it. Any more questions?
Appreciate it.
Thank you.